Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of writing a story. Yeah. So basically, what we're going to do is, while I write the story, the big brown fox jumped high. That's all we're going to be doing. I want to preface before we begin, I'm not a writer. I hope you guys understand that. In my first video ever, I explain how I'm going to be making dream journals in a video form because I hate writing them down. So I'm not doing this necessarily for me. I'm doing this for you. I think it'd be a really cool mix to hear the pencil sounds go and then speak over top of those words that I'm writing down. So now that I have the fact of the way that I'm not a writer, I'm here to relax you. And I think this is a pretty great idea. And correct me if I'm wrong, nobody's done this before, which in the ASMR world is very hard to stumble upon. So let's begin. Our first story by the friendly strangers. There you go. What do they make these out of? Oh, there you go. Always use a ruler, because the writing god will strike you if you don't. And let's wing it. Most stories start at the beginning. Young age seems to be the start. But not this time. This story begins with an old man every morning started off the same wake up. Just as the sun just as the early morning dew kissed his face. He was thankful for yet another day. Taking a moment to enjoy his first breath of a new day. Then he thanked his warm house along with his many blankets. The roof above his head and the food he was about to enjoy. He was thankful. Every step he made charged him with more and more energy as he enjoyed the early start to each day. The joint pain had yet to kick in. He loved the first few minutes of every day. Those were the few minutes where he felt like he knew as if sleep made his body forget of its old age. He got to feel like in those first few minutes, he felt like a young boy again. Filled with so much energy and gusto. The simple but not universal feeling of invulnerability and the strength to grab the earth by its horns and mold it into whatever imagination allowed. Looks like my pencil is dulling a little bit, and I don't have a pencil sharpener, so let's see if I can do this. actually worked pretty well. Okay. Let the story continue. When those fleeting feelings surely evaporated as his joints began to lock up and his back began to arch. He took one last smile before beginning yet another mundane day. That is page 1. To be honest, I don't know where I was going with that. I guess that was a story in and of itself, but I'm going to stop and start a new one. It works out because page is done and story is done. So we begin once again. Our second story says by the sleepy dragons. And of course, this time we do not use a ruler. Yeah. But what do we write about, you ask? That's the simple part. You write about anything. My stories begin and end much. My days begin and end much differently than the old ants. I wake up. I wake up to loud noises. Always at the same time. I am rumbled awake. Maybe not the most pleasant way to start a day, but luckily for me, the early bird always gets the worm. So I am thankful for the early morning hustle and bustle. I brush myself off and stumble onto the streets. I know it's still too early, but I have one thought on my mind, and I push forward as I look for food so that my family can be full and proud of their papa. I'm behind a old plaza. I come here every day because the owners always throw out a unnecessarily large quantity of food after preparing their own breakfast. I flick through the contents of the trash, but something is wrong because there is no food in here today. Guys, I'm really sorry. I would love to finish this story. I think where my head was going, it was gonna be the mouse goes looking for more food. Oh, I spoiled it. The person goes looking for more food and they fall down a well and they crawl through the well and end up in a person's basement, and they're so scared and sad, and the only thought on their mind is getting food for their kids and their family, and how without them his family surely won't survive. And he claws and claws at the walls and begs every god to get him out. And then he says, for like a breaking the wall kind of thing, I can see you're feeling sorry for me. Don't. Because I am just a rat. And this is the life that was chosen for me. And that's it. So, as you can hear, I think both my sister and mom woke up. And I don't want to wake you up with any loud noises, so I'll cut it here. I hope this was enjoyable. I hope it turned out like I wanted it to. My voice in the morning is always so raspy. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking.